Hello, Demi here, and welcome back to This Week in Pop Culture. Yes, I am doing another This Week in Pop Culture episode. Basically, I have to do this week, as it appears that Batwoman is cancelled. Now, I know I can make jokes about Batwoman and call it Batwoman, but I'm not gonna today, because this is a serious episode. It's super serial. Alright, so let's get into our episode. First, I want to say that the reason why it's cancelled has nothing to do with the actress. It has nothing to do with the actress. I want to completely get that out of the window. Now let's hop into the article. Okay, so Batwoman reportedly cancelled after season 3, but Batwoman will return. I didn't say her name because I cannot pronounce her name for the life of me. However, she will return, apparently. Now, I just want to quickly say that the source of this article is pretty accurate, so let's get into it. Alright, so Batwoman had to overcome a major obstacle after its debut season. Ruby Rose stepped away from the title, leading the CW to somewhat reboot the DC show for its second year. Well, Leslie, I'm just going to call her Leslie, you know who I'm talking about. Her name starts with a J. Hired as new heroine Ryan Wilder, Leslie has been embraced by Arrowverse fans, but unfortunately, ratings have not been kind. And while the third season has already been commissioned, the latest intel is saying that it could be it for the Gotham set series. Giant Freaking Robot, now this is the source, Giant Freaking Robot is the source, and they've been pretty accurate with what they've said in the past about the show, so we're going to get into this. Has heard from the sources that, at this stage, the CW is planning on Batwoman Season 3 being the last run. This echoes similar information said by tipster Daniel Reitman. He's also pretty accurate also earlier this year, which has pointed out the exact same thing happening. That's disappointing to hear, of course, but there is a silver lining, as Giant Freaking Robot also writes that the network fully intends to bring back Wilder elsewhere in the Arrowverse. The outlet is unable to say, however, in what form the Scarlet Knight could continue after the cancellation of her own show. That means there's a small chance she could be moved to a different series as a regular, or how about Batwoman hopping aboard the Wave Rider on Legends of Tomorrow. But it's probably more likely that she'll appear in a guest capacity in crossover events. That's how I reckon it's going to happen. It's going to be guest appearances. They could be thinking of doing something capable to Diggle's upcoming return. Is most likely getting cancelled. These sources are pretty accurate. Now, it's all allegedly. I should have said that earlier. Now, the thing here is, I'm going to be honest, this show once was good. Now, I've seen the first 4 episodes, and from what I saw, they were good. Episode 4 was probably the worst in writing. However, I think something happened around episode 10, as if you look at the ratings, it seems to fall. Something must have happened around episode 10, which caused people to drove it. Now, I don't know what, I haven't seen episode 10, so I don't know. Now, I do think they tried marketing it towards pre-teens. That's what I think they did, and that didn't work, and then they were trying to find out what the show was, and then Ruby Rose jumped ship, and when she jumped ship, like, I would jump ship also if I was Ruby Rose. You wouldn't want to be associated with this, especially a show that's just falling in ratings. Because let's be honest, this is your job. When you're an actress or an actor, you got to get on the big shows, not the shows that can't manage to rake in 1 million people, that were once raking in 1 million people. It's not the actress' fault. I do think her character is two-dimensional, as I think they quickly did it to virtual signal to LGBT and black people. In my honest opinion, that is the worst thing you can possibly do, as you end up with two-dimensional characters when you do this, and it actually causes more harm than good. I think after whatever they did around episode 10, they just couldn't get the numbers back. It is pretty interesting that they're cancelling it, as I think they would have just gone full sail with it. I could be wrong. Maybe they were planning on ending it sometime. However, I think they're ending it sooner than they expected. Because let's be honest, the new actress, she doesn't have the star power like Ruby Rose. and that's just problems for the TV show. I know a lot of people really hate the show online, and they say that the show was always terrible. I think at one point it was good when it was early on in its life cycle, and then, as I said, something happened around episode 10, and it just got crap, and I don't even think it could get its target audience base in to watch it. So that is basically all I have for today. Batwoman is apparently getting cancelled after season 3. To be honest, I don't know why they just don't cancel it now, put it out of its misery. It's a show that once was great, is not great now. Put it out of its misery is what I say. Anyway, I am Demi Jack, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did enjoy this episode, please think about subscribing, because maybe This Week in Pop Culture is for you. I also cover other stuff on my YouTube channel, mainly gaming news. This is mainly a gaming channel, however sometimes we do branch into pop culture. Usually I do one pop culture episode a week, however I'm doing 2 this week, as I have to report on this. And yesterday I wanted to cover George Lucas. So it's been a big week for This Week in Pop Culture, to be honest. Anyway, if you did enjoy it, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and hit the bell for notifications, and let me know, what do you think of it getting cancelled? Do you think the source is wrong? Do you think the source is right? Do you think Batwoman just sucks now? Let me know. Anyway, I am Demi Jack, and I'll see you all later.